Flem Studios in sunny Southern California. This is the Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition with your host, Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming. Hey folks, what's up? This is your host, Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, coming to you once again with another episode of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL 2020 edition for week number 12. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I sure have. Like I said, I helped cook the turkey and dressing and stuffing and all that good stuff, and I enjoyed myself, and I just chilled on Thanksgiving like I normally do. So I hope that you were able to spend quality Thanksgiving with your families and your friends and your loved ones in spite of COVID-19, and being able to fellowship. If you weren't able to spend time with your family like you want to, I hope that you still had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope that you've been be able to give thanks in all things and look back on all the things that you've been thankful for this year, besides your life, health, and strength. Of course, I'm thankful to be alive, and we're almost approaching the end of another year. And I thank God for all my blessings. Thank God that I'm employed, I'm working, I have a roof over my head, I have a couple of cars in the driveway. And I thank God for my life, my health, and my strength as well. Alrighty, and I'm also thankful for the opportunity to finally get this podcast off the ground like I want. I know it's been shaky, and I know I missed several weeks this season. A lot of it, I guess because of laziness or other obligations. But I hope to do better with the rest of the season and also in the new year as well, to finally get this podcast up and running the way I want it to be more productive and entertaining and profitable as well. Now, after I said all that, and I hope you do, please take care of yourself out there, because we know the COVID-19 has spiked again, and there's a lot of cases, and a lot of folks in a lot of states and locales and municipalities have ratcheted up their restrictions, even in Los Angeles County here in California. They're going back to mandatory stay-at-home order. Not as stringent as it was earlier in the year, in the spring, for 3 weeks to help, stem the tide of this second wave or this recent wave of COVID-19. So please, 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 do what you got to do to help, lower the cases. Wear your mask, especially when you're outside. Maintain physical and social distancing, at least 6 feet apart. If you don't need to go anywhere, don't. Okay? And I know, like I said, this is the holidays, Thanksgiving is past and Christmas. Like I said, we got about 25 shopping days left before the big fat man in the red suit make his annual journey. And that's subject to question with this COVID-19, so more to follow, folks. And also, please, if you're sick, please go to the hospital, go to urgent care, and please take care of yourself and your family. If it's not for you, think of somebody else and think of the other person. Okay, so enough of the personal PSA. Now let's get down to business here with our picks for week number 12. And I do apologize for the abbreviated episode this year. This episode, because of other things and the holidays as well. So this episode will be a little short, so please bear with me. Alright, right now we're looking at our afternoon games, since a lot of the earlier games has already been concluded. So we have the Saints, the 8-2, traveling to the Mile High City of Denver to take on the 4-6 Broncos. And I read on the Yahoo Sports that right now the Broncos is put all their quarterbacks on an injured reserve. And I don't know why, but I guess they know what they're doing, and now they getting a wide receiver to play quarterback for the Denver Broncos. So I don't know if that's going to bode well for them, but. And also, of course, Drew Brees, he's out with a rib injury, and I hope you get better soon, Drew. And so their backup quarterback is doing pretty good. I think he's like, 2-0 now as a backup. With that being said, we're going to go with the Saints over the Broncos. All right, our next matchup is a key NFC West matchup where we have the 49ers at 4-6, traveling down to Inglewood, the Wood, at that brand new SoFi Stadium to take on the 7-3 Rams. Right now it's very tight in the NFC West division, where we got the Seahawks and the Rams are tied for first place in the division. And the winner of this game will definitely have sole possession of first place in the division. So, with that being said, we're going to go with the Rams over the 49ers. All right, we have a big, interesting matchup this afternoon as well. We have the defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs at 91, traveling down to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady and company and the Buccaneers at 7-4. Like I said, the Buccaneers has improved, with Tom Brady at the helm. So, but I'm going to stick with Patrick Mahomes and company. So, we're going to go with Patrick Mahomes over the legend, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, over the Buccaneers, folks. All right, our next matchup is the oldest matchup in the NFL. You got the 5-5 Chicago Bears, the Bears, traveling to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field to take on the 7-3 Green Bay Packers. And of course, the Packers need to pad their lead in the NFC North. So with that being said, and Nick Foles is still hanging on over there in Chicago. But we're going to stick with Aaron Rodgers and company over the Bears. All right, our next matchup, we have the 7-3 Seattle Seahawks, traveling to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, to take on the woeful 3-6-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, Carson Wentz is really struggling this year. So, I don't know what to say about that, but I'm going to stick with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks over the Eagles, the Battle of the Birds. And then last but not least, our Sunday night matchup, we have... Well, actually, that Seahawks-Eagles game, that's a Monday night matchup. And then the game that was originally scheduled for Thanksgiving, they got pushed back. Originally got pushed back to this weekend, and then it got pushed back again until Tuesday because of positive COVID testing. You got the 6-4 Ravens traveling to the Steel City, Pittsburgh, to take on the undefeated 10-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's a key AFC North matchup. So, Lamar Jackson and company against Ben Roethlisberger. And like I say, the Steelers is the hottest team right now. They're the only undefeated team in the league. So I believe that it's going to probably be a close game, but I'm going to give the edge to the Steelers on this one, folks. And for those who watch, and celebrate Thanksgiving, of course, the Thanksgiving tradition, football, where you have the Cowboys and the Lions always play on Thanksgiving every year for the last, 50, 60 years? I don't know, that's far back, but of course, the Texans, that the Lions hosted the Texans, and Texans beat them badly. And that caused the firing of the Lions coach, Matt Patricia, and the Lions GM. They both were terminated over the weekend. Then you got the Washington football team going down to Big D in Dallas to take on the woeful 3-8 Dallas Cowboys. And of course, the Washington football team put a beating on the hapless Dallas Cowboys, aka the Cowpokes. And of course, Dak Prescott is still recovering from his injury. I hope you get better soon, Dak. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving as well. So, all right. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition 2020 for week number 12 here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Flem Radio wants you to know that approximately every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. Buzz driving can also cause huge financial penalties with fines and legal fees. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Find out more at nhtsa.org. Hey there, folks. This is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, creator and host of Big Flem Radio and TV, with a very important PSA in regards to COVID-19. As you know, our world has been ravaged by the coronavirus pandemic that has upended our normal daily routines. We must do our part to minimize the spread of COVID-19 by practicing social physical distancing, which is 6 feet space between each other, wear a face mask or shield, use hand sanitizer at all times, and wash our hands constantly for at least 20 seconds. Big Flem Radio and TV is sending our prayers for those who have been infected and recovering from this virus. Our hearts go out to those who lost loved ones and friends to this COVID-19 scourge. Please stay safe and do your part to help minimize the spread of COVID-19 until an FDA-approved vaccine is available. Big Flem Radio and TV cares.
I always considered myself something of an authority on the great outdoors. He watched 6 episodes of Nature World and now he thinks he's Ranger Jim. So naturally, I was chosen to lead a family on an expedition to some of the wildest areas of California. His family made him drive to Ontario Mills, where they just opened the American Wilderness Experience, recreating everything from the Mojave to the High Sierras. I tried pointing out Quantamundi to my family, but the little fellow was hiding behind a rock. He had no idea where Quantamundi was, so he just pointed at a rock. I finally grew hungry, so I showed them how to live off the land. He bought him lunch at the Wilderness Grill. Later, my wife became lost, but my knowledge of the terrain enabled us to find her. She took off and shocked herself senseless, but it wasn't hard to locate a woman screaming, "Half off post, pinch me, I'm hallucinating." Yes, our journey was both adventurous and educational. Ontario Mills, it's a shopping trip. Don't miss the American Wilderness Store naturally untamed, where you'll find nature books, games, and much more. What if I told you that by slipping a tiny instrument in the ear, a person could suddenly hear things he or she hadn't heard in years? It's true. Miracle Ear has a better way to hear, and they call it the Micro Elite. You may be surprised to know that the Miracle Ear Micro Elite has about the same diameter as a contact lens. It's no bigger than a fingertip, so it practically hides in your ear. The fact is, other people may not even know you're wearing it, unless you choose to tell them. Can this tiny wonder help you? Call Miracle Ear for a colorful fact-filled booklet. It describes hearing loss, the most common symptoms, and how you may be helped. Just call 1-800-368-8600. That's 1-800-368-8600. The call and the booklet are free, and there's no obligation. Call 1-800-368-8600 right now. Miracle Ear Centers, a tradition of helping people listen to life again.
Gnarly, dude. This is Jess Bacoli. When I'm out hanging tin, catching the waves, checking out the chicks, and skipping Mr. Hand's class, I'm listening to Big Flem Radio and TV. Oh. Hey folks, welcome back. I'm sure by now you've probably heard, but if you haven't, or you've been hiding under a rock most of this year, or hasn't been paying attention because of COVID-19 and trying to survive it, please check out Big Flem Radio and TV's podcast channel website. Like I said, we have 6 podcast shows dedicated to music, sports, for now NFL and college football, talk, veterans, issues and information, as well as music. And also, we have a great online store right now with Christmas coming up. And like I said earlier, that we have about at least 25 shopping days left. I would highly suggest that you check out the online store where you can buy and find Big Flem Radio and TV themed merchandise. You can purchase a perfect gift for someone you love, your family members, your loved ones, co-workers, a stranger, alien from Mars, etc., etc. By all means, please check out the website as well as the online store at www.bigflemradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. That's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIOTV.com. Now, if you want to be a guest prognosticator or a guest picker for Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL and college football edition for the rest of this season, please send your requests via email at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. And also, you can do the same on social media. Yes, we have a Twitter account, folks. You can also send that information as well as send a request or a comment about how we're doing on our podcast shows. Or if you want to be a guest on our other podcast shows, please, by all means, send us an email as well as a tweet with the handle at Flem_radio. Again, that's Flem, Flem, as in Mike, _radio. And also, we have a Facebook group page as well under Big Flem Radio and TV. And also, we have a YouTube channel. Like I said, I haven't done too many YouTube channel videos in a while. And like I said, I'm supposed to be working on one this weekend. So by all means, still check it out, where we have some of our podcast shows where we videotape it as well. So please check it out under Big Flem Radio and TV under YouTube. And also, please subscribe to the Big Flem Radio and TV channel on YouTube. And also give us a thumbs up if you like what you see so far, or thumbs down if you don't like what you see. And if you want to leave a comment, please, by all means, please do so. All right. And also, again, please be safe out there, folks. Like I said, we got the holidays coming up, and I know our normal holiday shopping routine has been altered because of COVID-19, but I beg you and I urge you to please be safe out there if you do decide to continue the annual tradition of Christmas shopping. Make sure you lock all your belongings up, keep it out of plain sight, and make sure you park in a well-lit area. And also, for you ladies, please make sure you carry mace with you and have a set of keys in your hands at all times. And also, please keep your eye on your children as well. Don't leave them out of your sight, and don't let them run around the store as well. So, all right, now let's get back to our picks, shall we? Of course, I forgot to mention our stats as well. Through 12 weeks, including some of the weeks that I miss recording episodes, we are 74, 36-1 with a 67% winning percentage. And we're 3-2 in our Pigskin Pick of the Week. So, like I said, we're still doing pretty good. Like I said, we can do better, and we strive to do better. All right. And as we noticed so far, we're 2/3 of the way into the NFL season. And right now, we're talking about playoffs. So right now, the hottest teams we're looking at right now are the Cleveland Browns. They're 8-3, as well as, let's see who else. So of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers are the only undefeated team at 10-0. So they're the hottest team. And of course, our defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, are 9-1. So, and also, like I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady and company, there are 7-4. So I would keep an eye on those guys as well as the 8-2 New Orleans Saints, the Aints. So, all right. So let's do a quick recap of our picks. Like I said, this will be an abbreviated show because of other obligations, so on and so forth. We picked the Saints over the Broncos. We picked the Rams over the 49ers. We picked the Chiefs over the Buccaneers. We picked the Packers over the Bears. And we picked the Seahawks over the Eagles. And we picked the Steelers over the Ravens to continue that undefeated streak in the NFL. So like I said before, there's some good teams you got to watch out for. Like you got the Saints, you got the Rams, of course. And of course, the defending Super Bowl champs. Right now, they're still the favorite to repeat as Super Bowl champs this year. And of course, you got the Packers, and you got the Seahawks with Russell Wilson. And of course, the Steelers is the hottest team right now. They're the only undefeated team. So we definitely got to keep an eye on those folks. So, all right. With that being said, we're going to sign off for now. But tune in again next week for another episode of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition 2020 here on Big Flem Radio and TV. And please also continue to check out Big Flem's Pigskin Picks College Football Edition. Right now, Alabama is now still number 1. Clemson's number 3 with Trevor Lawrence coming back from the COVID-19. So we'll see how that turns out. And then next week is the college football playoff rankings will be released. So we'll see if your team, if they played this season, see how they rank in the college football playoff standings. So make sure you check that out. And also, please check out the other Big Flem Radio and TV podcast shows, like Rocking Into the Night. And also Reflections. We're going to do a special holiday edition of Reflection. We're going to, record some Christmas tunes, like I said, from different genres to help celebrate the holidays, to bring some cheer to folks. during this troubling times here with COVID-19, so on and so forth. So please check out a special broadcast of Reflections, the Christmas edition, over the next couple of weeks, as well as Veteran Nation Today, which is a show basically dedicated to our military veterans, those who serve our country, and also with information and news. And of course, Flem and Lorenzo's commentaries. Like I said, I haven't done an episode of that yet, but I'm working on it. We'll have some interesting and possibly salacious topics that yours truly will be discussing. And hopefully we'll get your input on if you want to participate. And then also, again, please, if you want to be involved, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to leave a dedication for our music shows, if you want to be a guest picker for our sports shows, and also if you want to do a dedication to someone, or if you want to do a shout out to our veterans, as well as a dedication to a certain veteran who passed away, who recently passed away, by all means, please send us an email at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. And also, please, you can send us a tweet on Twitter at the handle @Flem_radio. Again, that's Flem, Flem, as in Mike, _radio. And also, please check out our Facebook group page, Big Flem Radio and TV. And also check out our YouTube channel under the same name, Big Flem Radio and TV. Until then, please stay safe, practice social physical distancing, wash your hands, use hand sanitizers, and definitely wear your mask, and definitely be careful out there while you're doing your Christmas shopping. And God bless and stay safe. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you again next week or in the upcoming week here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Big Flem Radio and TV is a production of Flem Media, which is a subsidiary of LWF Enterprises. The opening theme, as well as the sweeper, are properties of Fox NFL Sports. And Big Flem Radio and TV do not own the copyrights to any material broadcasted on this podcast show or any podcast show. Big Flem Radio and TV is made solely for entertainment purposes only. Hey there, folks. This is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, creator and host of Big Flem Radio and TV, with a very important PSA in regards to COVID-19. As you know, our world has been ravaged by the coronavirus pandemic that has upended our normal daily routines. We must do our part to minimize the spread of COVID-19 by practicing social physical distancing, which is 6 feet space between each other, wear a face mask or shield, use hand sanitizer at all times, and wash our hands constantly for at least 20 seconds. Big Flem Radio and TV is sending our prayers for those who have been infected and recovering from this virus. Our hearts go out to those who lost loved ones and friends to this COVID-19 scourge. Please, please stay safe and do your part to help minimize the spread of COVID-19 until an FDA-approved vaccine is available. Big Flem Radio and TV cares.
Story you'd like to share with us, tell us. All right, beats coming up. I stopped at a buddy's house this weekend, and when I walked in, he was vacuuming the floor with an old canister vac. He's got the hose in one hand and a hiney in the other. When he turned to look at me, he hit the end of the retractable power cord, pulling it out of the electrical socket. The cord whipped around in the air like a snake. The plug hit him right between the eyes just as he had turned to look at me. He never saw it coming. It knocked him right on his butt. He didn't have the vacuum in hand, but he was still holding his Heineken. Never spilled a drop. My kind of man. Well, at least he has his priorities in order. If you want to share a story you've heard over Heineken, call 1-800-44-RED-STAR. The machine is always on. Talk to you later. Heineken USA, White Plains, New York. Tommy, did you take him for his walk? I guess so. You guess so? Yeah, I'm never sure whether I'm taking him or he's taking me. Well, keep eating right and taking Flintstone vitamins, and soon you'll be a bigger influence on moose. Flintstones, complete with the vitamins and minerals kids need and the great taste they love. At Geico Direct, our mission is clear. Like lavender bath beads and a masseuse named Helga, we make you feel tingly all over. So close your eyes, breathe deeply, and chant after me. A 15-minute call could save me 15% or more on car insurance. Feel the tension melt away as you imagine life with smaller bills. To achieve this level of nirvana, call 1-800-947-AUTO, 1-800-947-AUTO. Think of us as aromatherapy for your wallet. Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Hi, I'm here today because I'm addicted.
Big Flem Radio and TV.
Get ready.
You know.
Now that's an addiction, man.